All right, today's the damn day. We're doing it today. Today. All right, sorry for all the shouting, but new wheels are going on, new front wheel bearings, big front brake kit, and if I have time, we're gonna install the test pipes. That is happening today. I've had these parts forever, and I haven't had time to put it on. Can tell I'm emotionally strained by it, but here's the gist of it. Well, that's just brake clip hardware for the lines, some neochrome lug nuts, some forged wheel spacers, and my pride and joy right here, the big Akebono brake kits. The calipers I'll have to show you. They look pretty rad actually. I'm really excited on those. And then obviously the wheels, we'll pull those out in a little while, show you what those look like. They turned out amazing. But I got some other work coming in today, so we'll see how quickly I get through this. But out with the old, in with the new. Let's get into it. All right, shit guys, I almost forgot. When you're doing low pros, this is actually the last one, so I didn't film any of it. My bad. But when you're doing low pros, especially when you don't want to nick the paint, two things I recommend. One, a rubber head. Or not rubber, excuse me. It's plastic, like polyurethane, okay? Secondly, if you see here, okay, this is 3 layers of masking tape all the way around the wheel, nice and tight, with the majority of the tape on the top side of the lip so that it doesn't get pinched down under the bead. Now, hopefully you guys are familiar with how to mount tires with TPMS sensors. You want the last part of the tire where it drops down to be in front of the sensor. There's certain ways you can clock it. I might cover a video on that at another time, but I just wanted to show you guys this trick when you're trying not to screw up your wheels, or you can even ask a shop, or if you're bringing a set of wheels that don't have tires on them, tape the living shit out of the lip with masking tape, then bring them to the tire shop and say, hey, when you put them on, can you use your depressor to get some clearance underneath to pull the tape back? So as you can see, here, I'll go over here. That's what I've been doing, is using this, push down, gives you just enough clearance, pull the rest of the tape off. Now on the tape, you want to put your lube on the tape and on the tire. So that being said, there should be a nice glide. The head shouldn't scuff into it at all. Now, these are spray painted, and there is one, I thought there was one area that got messed up. It doesn't even look like it because the defects in the paint are actually just from lack of preparation. But I spent a long time on these wheels, way too long for spray paint, and I kind of was just like, all right, screw it. They're close enough. So now that we got that out of the way, this is the last tire. Spin it around. I'm going to inflate this up with air and then throw it on the balancer. These do look great though, huh? Look at these things. Love them. So I got to go around and I got to cut down all the studs where they stick past the spacers. I have to do that on the rear of the vehicle as well. You like that door ding? Look at that. Whoa! So, yeah, you know what, I am going to do it. I'm just going to stay late. I don't care. We're going to hang the big brakes. We're going to put the spacers on. We're going to put the tires on. Now, for a spray paint job, I'll tell you what. Those don't look half bad, do they? And you guys might have noticed, these are Amazon tires. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I think it's Achilles. I don't know. ATR Sport is the name of the tire. So story on these, and yeah, my hands are dirty. Story on these, I guess you get like 15 to 20,000 of like really aggressive driving before they're wiped out, which I'm not going to put 15,000 miles on this summer, so totally fine by me. If there's still rubber left in the spring, we'll burn it off. All right, guys, I'm sorry. I neglected you. I said screw it, and I just started powering down on this shit, and I finally got... They're actually not completely done yet, but I got the big brake kit installed. Cutting down all of the wheel spacers, man, that was a fun thing. But here is the final product. Now, one thing we are going to need to do before the wrap is wide body fenders. I went a little too crazy here, guys. So, neochrome lug nuts. These are Moto metal wheels. Again, Craigslist fine. They were all beat up. I kind of revived them, put some new paint on them. I gotta clean them up though. There's crap all over them from mounting them. Anyways. Oh, when you do wheels, always do new TPMS core kits for those of you that do have TPMS. But back to the big brakes. There's plenty of videos, you guys, on how to install the big brake kits, okay? I happen to have a 2008 from 07, 08, and 09, and I'm talking about the G35, either the coupe or the sedan. They have the same front spindles. In fact, these are the same front spindles as a 2009 and 10 G37. And you know what? I think 11 too. Anyways, what I'm trying to get at is the Akebono big brake kit that comes on like the FX50s with the big brake option, or the G37 Sport, dedicated sport coupe models have the Akebono brake package. These literally direct bolt on. There's no caliper adapter. There's none of that. Literally, they bolt right up. The only issue you're going to have to have some big 18s. And when I say big, I mean like heavy offset, tons of room. That's why I actually went with 19s, because they wouldn't fit the stock wheels. Now, I can already hear the comments, oh, wheel spacers, oh my gosh. Well, guess what? Forged wheel spacers, Loctite on all the studs, torqued correctly, brand new wheel bearings. Oh, I guess I didn't show you guys that, but I just put brand new hub bearings on the front. So, long story short, that's not going to cause any issues. I was going to install my downpipes, or I should say test pipes, but I'm not doing that tonight. It's been a long day. I'm going to wrap this up, and we'll do a final walk around when I drop it on the ground. It'll probably be hilarious, actually. So, well, that's the finished product. I'd say she's looking pretty good, minus the paintwork. I did not do the rears yet, but man, do I love those wheels. Had to change the grill. Really can't stand chrome. Really can't stand chrome. Yeah, I did a little bit more sanding on the bumper, but eventually we're gonna change the color on this, so it'll be all right. That's it. All right, guys, I wanted to clip this in here. Now, it's been what you just saw, the video I took, it was about probably 3 weeks ago. So I've been rolling on the front Akebono big brake kit for about 3 weeks, probably 1,500, 2,000 miles maybe I put on it. I wanted to clip this in because a lot of you guys are, not concerned necessarily, but wondering how much better are they. And yeah, I jazzed up the side a little bit, all that horrible paint. Minnesota Nissan Infiniti. That's what that is. Apologize about the wind, but let me just say this. I figured I'd hop in my car so you guys could hear me, but what I was getting at is these Akebono big brakes. I still only have the front kit installed right now. The rear, I have the calipers, I have the rotors, I have everything to do it, but I didn't buy remanufactured rear calipers. I actually bought the genuine Infiniti ones that were used, and so I think it's actually in here, yeah. So I have a rebuild kit for the calipers. I actually bought one for the front set and for the rear set, and I need to rebuild the rear calipers. Not a huge job to do. I'm going to film it for you guys because a lot of you guys might be scared of taking calipers apart and doing rebuild kits on them. It's not as intimidating, or it's not as complex as you would think. Basic hand tools, some common knowledge, you can get it done. But I don't want to get off topic too much. The big brake kit, since I installed it, the first day I put it on, significant difference in braking power. The stainless lines obviously help a ton, and you're going to have to get stainless lines if you do the big brake kit. But what I want to get at is, like, there's probably 2, maybe even 3 times the amount of stopping power as the OEM brakes that come on this car. And those of you that might have even older Model Gs, like the pre-2007, so I'm talking about 03 to 06, those actually have slightly smaller brakes than what come on these 07 and 08s. So for you guys, it would be a world of difference. For this car, I had guys telling me, oh, you might push the front end or it might start locking up under heavy load. But with these big wheels and grippy tires, I have not hit an ABS situation one time, and I've really, really gotten on the brakes. So all in all, if you're debating on doing it, I can say this. 1, you cannot warp the rotors. Like, I was doing some driving I shouldn't have been doing about a week ago, like high speed kind of braking situations, and the rotor temp was probably unbelievable because the pedal actually started fading just a little. I know I was cooking the fluid, but the brakes were phenomenal. I mean, the amount of stopping power is unbelievable, and I don't even have the rear kit on yet. So when I have the rear kit on, it might almost be too much brake. Well, there's no such thing in my opinion. Braking's more important than the amount of power to get up to a speed where you need to brake. That's my view on it. You're going to build your car, start with the brakes, start with the suspension, then throw power at it. But I just want to let you guys know, if you're debating on doing it, 1, your pad life is going to be way longer than it is on factory brakes. 2, you're probably going to get 2, maybe even 3 sets of pads on those rotors before the rotors are toast. And final opinion is, like, if you do aggressive driving, if you plan on bringing your car on the track, or if you want to be able to cut down from 100 to 60 in like 2-3 seconds, get the Akebono package. I would honestly, for the $650, because I pieced the kit together myself, I did a lot of eBay shit and I basically threw it all together. Those rotors are the power stop rotors, which were fairly expensive. Calipers were reman. Pads are legit Akebono sport pads. Phenomenal stopping power. Give them 10 out of 10 all day. Definitely worth doing. So that's my 2 cents on it. That's it for this video. We'll film when we do the rear brakes. I'll do some more footage on it. But overall, if you're debating on doing it, if you have the money to do it, if it's something you want to do in the future, next time you need front brakes, scrap the stock stuff, go with Akebono, or the Brembo equivalent, I should say. So that's my 2 cents on it, guys. We'll catch you later on.